I think we're live.
We're live.
Cheers.
Cheers, bestie.
So welcome to whatever this is, our new Friday show where we rot in bed and talk about the week with the best people on the internet. Today we are joined by Holly Solemn, who has been gracing your feed with Incredible Man on the Streets, where she asks men one simple question, which is, why are you like this?
Yeah.
Valid. And men have like really thoughtful responses. Some men feel attacked by that question. And I thought you would be the perfect guest to launch, to premiere this show, which my goal for the show is for it to feel like you're on FaceTime with us. Like, I don't want it to feel like we're talking at you. I want it to feel like we're having a drink, we're winding down, whether there's alcohol or not in it. You're drinking. Tell us what you're drinking, actually.
Okay. I mean, I feel like you should guess.
It looks like
because it's
Gatorade?
so, yeah, it's a Gatorade cocktail, but there's no alcohol because I don't drink alcohol. But
well, see, so I love that we're representing all sides of the drinking spectrum.
There's it's like Perrier and Gatorade. It's sugar-free.
ASMR.
Yeah.
I am drinking the airplane mojito.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a very simple recipe of like a lot of mint, some limes, and some, actually it's tequila instead of rum, because that's all I had. But please tell us what city you're joining us from and what could people tell us? Your favorite Taylor Swift song? And then if that's too controversial, then tell us.
I'm all about controversy, apparently.
Okay.
That's like my thing, is to be like polarizing and controversial.
Oh my God.
So, right, I'm in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And my favorite Taylor Swift song right now is Ophelia.
It's really good.
It's so good. It's on repeat really over and over and over and over. I think it's the only song I've listened to, and since it came out, that's it. I've only heard one song.
It's really
I can't stop listening to it.
I really think it's. We were in your car. Holly drives a Jeep, so she's cooler than all of us. And she and I were talking about how like that song is like on the level of like A Cruel Summer. Like it's just like very poppy and fun. So Liz is drinking a gin and tonic. I fucking love it. Robert is drinking tequila Espanol Puerto Rico, a Bad Bunny. That should have been the name of the drink. Now I'm realizing that should have been, please. And then Dana says, I should take you seriously? Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, don't take us seriously. Dana, we're in bed.
Don't take us seriously.
Don't take us seriously.
No.
That's rule number one.
No.
Don't take life seriously.
I'm drinking Gatorade and Perrier. Don't take me seriously, for sure. Don't.
But also, I think it's possible to be informed and have fun. I think it's possible to have low and highbrow combos, and that's what we're going to do today because we have a lot. We have a lot to get to. Aaron Parnas was supposed to join us, but he's very busy breaking news just constantly.
Yeah.
Whenever I see Aaron Parnas in the wild, I'm like, can I give you a pillow? Can you just like rest somewhere? And whenever I see Holly in public, I'm like, can I take 20 million photos of you? Because you're so pretty and you're so interesting. And we thought, okay, first of all, this is a No King's Day pregame, which I thought was how we should be coming into this protest, right? Like making protesting fun and enjoyable, I think is like number one. And so this is our attempt at like, first of all, who's going to know Kings tomorrow? It's going to be the largest they're envisioning, I read this from Aaron's reporting, they're envisioning it to be the number one, the biggest protest in the history.
So bigger than the last one. The last one was
really
insane.
Big. It was really big.
It was emotional, but it was also fun. It was like exciting and sad that we have to keep doing this.
I know. That's the part. So how are people feeling about the protest? Number one, we want to know, do you have good ideas for any signs?
Oh, that's good.
Because we need good ideas.
There were such good signs last time.
Yeah, what was the best sign you saw?
I don't know. I'd have to look through my phone, through my photo gallery to there were so many. And I don't retain information. It's just I see it, I go yay, and then it escapes.
And that's why you're able to be alive in 2025.
Exactly.
I think it requires being alive right now. I think requires like the people who are thriving the most are the people who have been traumatized. Like we're really good at dissociating. I think that is exactly correlated with like how well you're doing, or not being informed at all, and like those people seem to do well. Like
so
people who don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I saw. Was it Amy Poehler? This is not news related, but was it Amy Poehler who was like ran into Timothy Chalamet and he was like, "Oh yeah, I have a girlfriend," and she was like, "Oh, who are you dating?" And I was like, "Man, I wish I didn't know." Like so much about who Timothy Chalamet is dating. You know what I mean? If anyone doesn't know Timothy Chalamet is dating, sound off in the comments because we want to study your brain. So
I just met Timothy Chalamet's twin, like like a true Timothy Chalamet twin in Vegas. He was like a waiter at a Vegas restaurant.
Does he get paid for it?
Do you know that you look like? Does everyone tell you look like Timothy Chalamet? He was like, yeah, everyone.
He did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Who do you get told that you look like?
I don't really get told anyone lately. I guess sometimes I hear Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
That's the biggest one these days. It changes every year. It changes with my hair color. Do you get anyone? Do you have a doppelganger?
I have this really funny story that because I lived in Denmark for a year when I was 19, because I was obsessed with feminism and I was obsessed with happiness as like a concept. I was like, wait, no, because I actually ended up doing like a master's in happiness studies and policy and gender. I sort of did the intersection of all of them. Like I was just I'm very obsessed with governments. Like I'm obsessed with like governments optimizing, well-being, basically, whether and like gender equality. And so I saw that Denmark had, this super high level of gender equality and people were the happiest. I think now it's Finland, if anyone knows the updated happiness data. But so I went to Denmark and I lived there and people would constantly tell me that I looked like Penelope Cruz. And I just thought that was like, everyone's blonde. I'm the only brunette you've ever seen.
See it.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
I don't see it. Oh,
I really nice. See it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. I just interpreted it as like, you've never seen a brunette. And so therefore, like, you're like, everyone, like in the way that like, if you're white and you go somewhere where there's like not a lot of white people and you're like a dude, like you just look like Brad Pitt. Like you're like Brad Pitt to everybody. Yeah. Oh my God, Liz says I look at her too. Oh my God.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so I want to know where everyone is going to protest from. That's number one.
Yeah.
Are you going to be in LA?
So I'm going to be in LA. Last time I did Los Feliz. That was my protesting point. And that was really good. And it was I made it fun. I had brunch with a friend and then we protested and it can get a little scary though. But Los Feliz feels kind of safe-ish.
Yeah.
What about you?
I went downtown LA I was in Burlington actually with my family.
Okay.
And so that was very uplifting. And then I'm going to be in New York for this one because I need to go to do stuff. I'm going to a Diwali party. If anyone is doing that kind of stuff, sound off. Wow. Okay, we have people who are going to be in Glenwood Springs. That sounds really fun. Seattle. Kim is going to be in Seattle. Wow, that's fun. Yeah, I think protesting can be really fun. I think this one, I'll be honest, like there's some people who are hating on it. Well, not hating on it, but being a little bit negative about the fact that it's organized and therefore like the police, they've sort of they're making a protest in coordination with the police. And so for some people, this feels kind of like, are sort of putting it down. And I saw a really good tweet from Brittany Packnett where she was like, this is all part of movement building, right? Like, yes, the ICE protests that are, sort of happening in Chicago or happening in Portland or happening in LA sort of sporadically are important, which are not working with the police. But I also think that like I think the point of a movement is to make it really fun. And we've talked about this on, with Priya Parker on a previous live. She studies the art of gathering. So she studies sort of how to make a movement or a party or like a Google meeting, or a Zoom meeting, like fun. And so she talks about how it needs to be like positive, right? It needs to be a place you want to be. And it can't just feel like homework, right? And so Kathy says big tent, which is exactly right. Oh my God, Anna's going to be in Nashville. I'm so jealous.
Shout out Nashville. I used to live there.
You're so Nashville, by the way. And Robert is going to be in Ohio. Literally an internet meme. That's cool. I love seeing also have you seen the memes after the last one, or the TikToks of like a one lonely man like protesting? I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Where it's just like, I'm doing this. I'm like, I think that is like so incredible.
So sweet.
I mean,
yeah, it should be fun. Everything should be fun. Everything we believe in and want to fight for, we should make it a good time because life should be fun. Like, what is the point otherwise?
What is the point? We should, and like, we're stuck in this, we're in the apocalypse. We might as well have fun while we're going down.
Yeah.
And I love the idea of like, even if it feels, I think it was Glennon Doyle that shared this, video or this interview with a protester, I think she interviewed this protester, and he said he was alone and was doing this sort of like silent many-day protest or like a hunger strike, and someone asked him like, well, why are you doing this, like if nothing's happening, right? Like why do you keep showing up every day even though nothing is changing? And he said, I'm not doing this so that I change things. I'm doing this so that I don't change, right? Like so that what's happening in the world doesn't change me. And I thought that was like really, 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 really powerful. And I think the role of a No King's Day is to just widen that tent, right? There are so many people who may have never protested before, potentially maybe never even voted, right? Are just like too busy with their, 3 part-time jobs and trying to put food on the table, and happening upon, right? Like coming across a No King's Day protest because it's in their hometown or it's in the the sort of like town square, then they become a part of it. And then it becomes something that maybe next time they'll be more involved or they'll feel like it's a movement for them. And so I do think these like larger events that are more, I don't know, less chaotic and more organized and maybe more peaceful are really, really important, for broadening that tent. I do wish that there would be more, there was more programming of like musicians and like celebrities, like really, like did you go to the AOC and Bernie rally in LA?
Yeah.
I thought that was like if anyone knows about it or was there, sound off in the comments with like hearts and fire emojis. But I thought that was like, I was like, this is what it should feel like, where it feels like we're at a concert, or it feels like I'm hanging out with my friends, but all of us are here for a reason, right? All of us are here for, a set of values and fighting for the world that we want. But Maggie Rogers is singing, and like Bernie and AOC, like the speeches weren't, didn't, I don't know, they felt like engaging and entertaining.
More of a celebration.
Yes. And so I think it's really important. I think it's such a basic thing, but like joy is resistance. Like I think that is like so true. Like being happy right now is such a radical act.
It is, because like the whole point of all of this seems like to suck us into the darkness, so that we're all fighting with each other and full of hate and rage. And so being happy is completely radical. It's like the antithesis of what we're fighting against.
Yeah. And I think this is where like I have talked about this before, but every time I go to a conservative rally or I've been to Turning Point USA conference, that's what has been like the most interesting to me is, well, there are many things that are interesting from those spaces, but one of the things that I noticed was like, oh, they're like happy. And of course you could be like, well, they're happy because they're, ignorant or in denial about what their party's doing, and they don't have empathy for people who are suffering because of the regime and all that stuff, and like all of that is valid, but you can't deny that yeah, one side, if like the other side is having a good time and the other side is just like depressed and in a psychotic, sort of episode, that is allowed, but that is not going to be what like is a persuasive message and a persuasive way to get people to come to your party, right? If you're like, well, you're going to sit down and we're going to tell you what you need to care about. And, right, there's this like saying that the right looks at what people care about and then they create a platform that responds to the needs and the wants that people already have. And then the left can be like, well, they look at what people care about and they're like, well, you should care about this other thing you didn't even think of, right? Mm-hmm. It's sort of this, and I'm not saying, all progressives are the same, but I do think if we were to just like tweak that, I don't know, we could be heroes. For just one day. I'm trying to add Quasim. I don't know if I can do that while we're oh, okay, it's waiting. Quasim is supposed to join us but like there's a lot of airport delays. Has anyone been delayed? Sound off in the comments because of the government shutdown, basically. Like there's been a lot. But Liz says, I host a protest every Sunday in Montclair, New Jersey. This is week 35, and we've built a beautiful, joyous community. Every single week, people walk by and want to join. We bring tons of homemade signs to make life easier for protesters. I also make beaded friendship bracelets with a different resistance message each week to pass out. Liz, you're
cool.
My hero. Wait, so you have to tell us where this is for people who are near Montclair, New Jersey, or in the area so they can join you. This would be so cool if people would be able to meet in real life from this live. So anyway, that's what's going on. We also have other breaking news, which is equally as important, which is the Skims full bush thong.
Yes.
We're going to discuss it because we deserve it. We deserve to hold women and all of us. Oh my God, wait, Quasim is here. Joining in about 10 minutes. Okay. This is a FaceTime, guys. This is not a show. This is a FaceTime. Okay, well, Liz is saying Church Street and Bloomingfield Avenue in Montclair every Sunday from 3 to 4. Liz, I'm obsessed with you. Oh my gosh. Okay. I am so glad. And please, if you're around the neighborhood, join them. Okay. So before Quasim joins us, because I don't think he'll have a lot of thoughts or he's too dignified to have thoughts about the Skims, new underwear launch. But essentially I wrote about it this week. Holly and I have been going back and forth about it. We tried to locate a pair. Is it a pair?
They sold out. They sold out so fast.
They sold out. All of the colors of the rainbow. So essentially, if you're not up to date on the lore, so Skims launched a Skims is Kim Kardashian's brand of clothing. I personally do think they make really good clothes. They have many bras are hard if you're a woman.
Yeah, they make amazing bras.
They do. They really do. We got to shout out the bra makers at Skims. But this week they launched a very controversial product, which is a thong. I guess it's a thong, which I think thongs are violent against women, but that's for another day. Okay,
same.
Can we?
So violent.
Why are we?
How come everybody's just like, oh, pretending so comfortable? What?
No.
For who? How?
No.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
On the same page.
I feel like something has run amok. Like, why is everyone pretending that thongs are more? Like, I've talked to women who are like, oh, it's more comfortable. I'm like, more?
But like, it goes up in the front too. Like, it's like it's it's like just.
It's a torture device.
It's a torture device.
It's also, again, just I don't. Well, if someone can explain this, if you are a thong wearer, Robert says granny panties are hot, and I'm in agreement. Granny panties forever.
Granny panties forever.
The emperor has no clothes. Yeah, like I don't understand how having a piece of floss in your butt crack is, and if you're just joining, I won't give any context. But no, I don't understand how having a floss in your butt. I remember the first time I wore a thong, I was I was 14. It was very important. It was in the thong song
because you
era.
want them to go over your jeans.
Yes, it was like a signal of sorts, which was very popular in the early 2000s at the turn of the millennium. And I remember just like wearing it and literally every second of that day, not being able to think about anything else. I was just fully just spent the whole day being extremely aware of my butt crack. And Robert says it's medieval. Virtue signaling, yes. Songs are virtue signaling. And we got to stop virtue signaling. It cost us the election. I think thongs have cost us too much at this point. Women have enough. There's enough violence against women without thongs.
Say they're more comfortable. And are we calling all of those women liars though? Like,
I mean, it's like Republican women. I'm sorry. Like, it's just like, I'm like, okay, I want to understand your POV. Like, actually, I think understanding your POV might be the most critical, like, information I could gather and help me understand so much more. But it does feel like if you wear thongs, you hate women. You know, you hate yourself.
Yeah, you hate yourself. Yeah, it's torture.
I don't get it. And I just don't, if they're like, oh, I don't want to see underwear lines, then don't wear underwear. I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, this is veering into, Quasim is never going to join. He's like, like jump roping, like getting ready to jump. He's like, I don't feel like this, I feel like I want to join less and less.
I feel like we need a man to talk
about a man.
This because I want to know like how important this is to a man, even a very dignified man.
Kathy says, can we have a big tent around underwear? I'm dying. I think I'm totally in support of that.
This is so crazy because so last week I was with some girlfriends in Vegas and I was talking about getting a Brazilian, which is also torture. A type of torture, a crazy 100%. Beyond torture.
Yeah.
And my friend was like, why don't you just get it lasered? And I was like, because I might want that shit back someday. Like, trends change.
Yeah.
And someday that might be, it already kind of is popular. Some people like it. Some people don't like it. It's kind of all over the place. I kind of want to do a poll with men, like what they prefer.
Let's do it now. Okay. If you women and men, if you prefer full bush, do... What emoji? What?
Like a lion emoji.
A lion emoji. Okay, do a lion emoji if you are pro Bush, not the president, not that war crime.
Bush, not one or two.
And then put like baby. I feel like there's something weird about
baby.
A chicken. It looks like a raw chicken.
It does.
Okay, put a chicken emoji. Is there like a chicken emoji?
Is there a chicken cutlet emoji?
Yeah, there's like a chick. Yeah, I feel like put a chick,
a baby chick,
if you are anti-Bush. And then
so if you like some kind of a strip, do an airplane.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that.
A landing strip.
Yes, I like that. No, but do you think that this is because, okay, more broadly, as I obviously, the first stage of seeing that, it's just like you're fucking joking. I think it feels very 2025 where everything feels very like a parody or like we're in some sort of, Simpsons episode. But and like very late stage capitalism. But at the same time, because I was talking to my roommate about it and she was so shocked. First of all, she became gay this year, which I've talked about on my podcast. And it's been she had a huge, amazing gay awakening. And one of the things that I was talking about with her and her friends, we were all watching Love is Blind, which if people are watching, we can also talk about that later. Because there's so much to dissect there. But she was like, that's like a lot of later in life lesbians who did laser because it was sort of the trend. And I think since the 2010s, particularly after like the Sex and the City episode where she gets that Brazilian and just became very I think pubic hair became really marginalized or like taboo, I guess, for women. And but a lot of later in life lesbians end up being really like if they become they're not dating men anymore. They want their bush back, but they can't because they lasered it away. So apparently it's like a real issue.
It is.
Yeah. So you never know when
it's like the 90s when everyone plucked their eyebrows and then they didn't grow back. Like the trends change. Like we have to plan for these things. Like
we have to plan for these things. Yeah, there was no way when I was 14 and like plucking every single that you could have told me like super hairy eyebrows are going to be
eyebrows are going to be the thing. Yeah,
that would have blown my mind. So many things would have blown my mind if I'd known.
But even like armpit hair, like I don't want to laser any of it. Like I might want it all. Also, I might get colds. Like I might need it. Yeah, like it might.
You might get cold.
Warm.
Oh, you might get cold.
I might catch a chill if I'm too hairless.
Wait, I love this. Also, Christopher just joined, and I feel like Christopher should join us. How do I add Christopher? Christopher has an amazing Substack. He's also my neighbor, and let's see, he might be like on the toilet, but if he wants to join, he can join.
Even better.
That's better. But he can settle this debate. But it then it devolved into a conversation where my roommate was like, this is cultural appropriation because they're like selling the bush back to women in a way, right? And obviously the very obvious thing to mention is like you can get one for free. Like you don't have to pay $38 to get a bush. You could just grow it.
Unless you've lasered.
You lasered. Okay, so maybe this is for the later in life lesbians or women who regret their laser. And that's why it's so popular. That would be kind of a cool...
It's like no makeup. Like,
yes. Well, that's what I was going to bring up.
Yeah.
Because my roommate who... If you're familiar with Skims brand, they also came out with the nipple bra, which was essentially the whole, I don't know, bra propaganda that's been pushed onto us of like wearing bras so that people don't see your nipples because nipples are like showing nipple is bad or like, again, just taboo.
Yeah.
And then they came out with the nipple bra and my roommate was like, I have hard nipples. She was like, my nipples are visible. And I was laughed at for years. And now there's like a bra that like shows your nipple. Like, and again, I just go, wait, why don't you just not wear a bra? Like, why are you paying money to cover the nipple and create a new one on top if you could? Why not just not wear? I don't know. I'm just truly asking questions out loud.
Because of the brand name. Because you want Kim Kardashian's nipples. You want Kim Kardashian pubic hair. Skims is a brand. And that's like chic. I mean, but will it start a trend? Will like Chanel start doing like pubic hair underwear? I did see someone wearing on the runway. There's like these dresses and outfits that are just naked bodies, like paintings of naked bodies.
No. What do you mean?
Like skin tight dresses, and then there's like a painting, like not a photocopy, but like it looks like a naked. Like high on cold medicine right now, so my brain's not working.
Is that just NyQuil? That's why it's blue.
This is just pure NyQuil. Robo tripping.
Wait, that's wild. Anyway, I just think but the no makeup makeup thing is such a part of it where you're supposed to. It's like. There's sort of like a aesthetic that is preferred of as if you hadn't put any time or as if maybe the whole nipple bra, and please like tell me if I'm overanalyzing here, but there's something about, because why would you not just wear no bra? I think it's because this gives the appearance that your boobs in the bra kind of just look like that, right? Like that they are round and up there
and perky,
they're perky, and then the nipples like. And the nipple is like the right size or whatever, and like they're the same size. I don't know, that women's bodies come in so many shapes and forms, and that sort of creates this, I guess like parody, right? Of like, well, this is just what I sort of look like, and then also that it costs a lot of money, and takes a lot of effort in order to achieve that natural look. Like it's not actually about women looking natural.
Everyone wants
you wouldn't have to buy anything.
Natural. I saw some guy, like someone posted something about like this man was like, Sabrina Carpenter is so much more beautiful without makeup. And he posted a picture of her. She's fully wearing a full-blown face of makeup. It's just natural. It's just no makeup.
I know. It's really cute. I know. I think it was Mary Beth Barone. I can't remember which comedian, but she was like, asked this guy, like, how do you like women? Like, what's your type? He's like, women don't wear a lot of makeup, like Kim Kardashian. Like, and it was just like, oh, you're so cute. Like, you really. And then, there's a whole aspect of that even, let's say, the no makeup, if you're actually not wearing makeup, right? And let's say that truly is the like epitome or the idealized sort of model for women. The women who are, and I don't want to name any names. I don't want this to go after like specific women, but there are women who I won't name who are known for their beautiful skin and very natural, sort of looking skin, and they have beauty products that they sell and very vibrant businesses because of that idea that you could achieve their, what they have, but they get stuff, guys. They get a lot of stuff done that has nothing to do with like how much, niacinamide or whatever, is in a moisturizer. Like it's not achieved through what they're selling. But they're able to make money off of it, off of the illusion that is like enough. When they're getting lasers and Botox and, all kinds of surgeries that we don't even know about like yet.
We're not even privy to what they're doing.
We're not even privy to it, guys.
Alien DNA injections and
salmon DNA is like a thing.
But I wonder if like the new like pubic hair panties are just maybe a shift into like getting away from sort of this like perfection, because it's so boring. Everybody is looking the same. It's so anesthetized. Like, are we going to move towards like things being like disproportionate and like not, perfectly symmetrical? Because that's far more interesting. Why isn't that our beauty standard?
Oh, I want that. How do we get that? How do we do that?
We just have to be like, this is my asymmetrical face. Look at it.
Yes.
It's immersion therapy.
Yes. Well, that's what I think might start happening. So this is my theory of that's very hope-core-y, very optimistic. But my theory is that everyone is really starting to look the same. And I'm not going to name any names, but you know what I'm talking about, where you're like, oh, whoa, you have a new face. And the faces are starting to really look alike because it's, probably 5 surgeons or less. It's probably one surgeon.
Yeah, it's one dude.
None of us can
one mastermind.
Yeah. But it's the whole like Instagram face, right? It's just very, there's one aesthetic, and if you're rich enough, you can achieve it through, the right kind of surgery and the right kind of authority, like whatever. What's that called? Esthetician, plastic surgeon. That's what I'm looking for.
The right injector, the right plastic surgeon. Yeah.
I mean, who knows? And 3D print. I'm betting they're going to be 3D printing faces soon. But all that to say that if everyone starts looking like that, which right now is sort of the model, is my theory is that if you don't look like that, right? If your face is a little crooked, if your nose is a little crooked, if your lips are actually not really, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like
fish-like, no.
Fish-like, and you don't have the face, the perfect, like that you have wrinkles, for example. Maybe that's going to be the ideal because it'll actually be so different from what everyone else looks like. Don't you think?
That's what I think. That's what I feel like we're heading towards, is like, and then everybody is going to start doing plastic surgery to look like not perfect and to look not God, I really can't think of words this cold.
I know. I'm like discombobulated.
To not be perfectly symmetrical, to be asymmetrical. People are going to be trying to be asymmetrical with plastic surgery.
That's wild. I mean, it's sort of the way that my parents felt about ripped jeans in the 90s. They were like, wait, you're buying jeans that are ripped already. Like what? Why would you buy something that's already damaged?
Yeah.
And looks like it's had wear and tear, which you would ideally want to avoid when you're buying clothes. And so maybe that's the same sort of logic, but it's going to be for your face.
Right.
Like we're going to have ripped jeans for your face, but like for the
for
face.
your face, yeah.
Yeah, like a scar.
Scars
Like,
are gonna,
yeah.
Scars are cool, to be
I
honest.
like scars. Do you have a
I love
scar?
scars.
Do you have like a birth?
I have a really good scar on my knee.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Liz Goldwyn is here. I want everyone to join, but like no one's joining. I'm like, wait, let's try and add Liz.
Come be on the FaceTime.
Yeah, come on our FaceTime. Wait, I'm like, so, how do you add people? Oh, wait. Okay, here we go. Liz Golden is coming on my podcast, actually. What else is happening, Holly, this week? What made you,
what else is happening this week? Well, I mean, I really want to get some of those, underwear, those Skims underwear, and wear them now that I have done the Brazilian and I miss my pubic hair.
Yeah. What is your take on the Brazilian? Is that oppression?
It is. Yeah, it is. Why are we trying to look like babies? Like, that's fucking creepy. Sorry, but like, but I did it for like photos, like, and for bikinis, because then it just is cleaner. But why did I have to take it all off? Because I guess I was like, well, I guess I'm here. I might as well just do it all. But it really was torture.
It is. It's so hard. I don't think men understand. Like, Robert says the most important question is, why are men like this? Which is such a good, my light died, which is such a good question and way more interesting. But yes, I remember my first Brazilian. I didn't know what I was getting into. I have a pretty good threshold for pain, I thought. Turns out I don't. Oh my God, my light's broken. I was probably 19.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to the salon with my friend Liam, and I was like very nervous. She was like, don't worry about it. Like, obviously she'd gotten like one. Like, she wasn't like, we were all very young, and she was like, don't worry about it. It's like way easier than you think. And I was like, okay, I can do it. I can do anything. And so we go, and it's this, salon in the back of, or it's this like, room in the back of a hair salon. So there's all these people men getting their haircuts. And I go in this little room. I'm like sitting there. She's slapping the wax on. I'm like, okay. Like, and I made Cam come in with me and, because I was like nervous. She was like, okay, sure. Like, and it was I started uncontrollably screaming. Like, I didn't know. I was like, I don't know how to not scream. This is the worst. Like, this is the worst pain I've ever been in.
The worst pain I've ever been in.
It's insane. You feel like they're ripping off the organ.
Yeah.
And then there's a part where you have to get on your stomach if people don't know how bad it gets.
She just had me put my legs up like this.
Show us. Yeah.
Like this. And I was like, wait, there's more? And then I was like, oh, that's right. I have a butthole too. I forgot.
So the woman went, can you just hold your butt cheeks open? Which I'm giving you way too much information. And I was
that's not the right way
I was passing out. So my friend had to hold my butt cheeks open.
Wait,
and
it was good friend.
That's a good girlfriend. That's how you know. Yeah, that's like a category of like, help me bury the body friend and like hold my butt cheeks because I'm passing out. I'm blacking out from and this waxer, she was Russian, and she was like enjoying. She was like laughing, and so she would take the strips after she would like rip all my hair out, and she'd throw it on me and be like, look, it's nothing. Like, she was just like, it was like a haunted house, you've been seeing those videos of like, it's a haunted house, but you're just a woman. And it's just like, that it's like, we're going to rip all your hair out. And also it's the worst pain imaginable. And then you have to do it again. It lasts like a month.
You have to do it again. Yeah. But apparently it gets easier because
you women, we get used to the pain.
Well, also pain has no memory. Like you really doesn't. Because the second it was over, I was like, huh?
Oh, really? You were like, okay.
I was like, well, that was really painful, but you don't remember how painful it was.
Well, also women are used to being in pain. I think that's it's something I think a lot about. You did this man on the street where I was like, who's like been on the receiving end of more like verbal aggression, and like men and women both felt that the other gender was meaner and more verbally like aggressive. But I will say that women in general, like our tolerance for pain, I think, is necessary for us to just exist. Like I remember from a very young age being like, the amount of things that you just have to sort of accept and sort of tolerate, from like sexual harassment to like men staring at you, from obviously getting your period, to needing to get pap smears every year.
Yeah.
Remember when it was every year? And doing, IUD inserting and removal without any
even
kind of pain
losing
medicine.
Your virginity. It's like all of it. It's
exactly
so painful.
Yes. You're just, it's not just that you're expected to tolerate pain, but you kind of have to. It's sort of hard to not, to get around it. And so I think that's why, because every time I love like interviewing everybody, like you, I just am very like curious about humans. And I always interview my waxing person, because I'm also like, what else are we gonna fucking talk about?
Yes, I know. I'm always interviewing everybody.
Yeah, you're just like, let's talk. And
I'm like, how did you get into this?
Yes.
Tell me everything.
Yes. Who are you voting for? Like, I'm always like, I'm just gathering info. And I always ask them, like, what percentage of men? Like, I'm always very curious about men in general, as you are. And men are coming in more and more. Men are getting more and more
men are
waxed.
getting, everything waxed. Have you ever I've had 2 people I've dated that have preferred men that have preferred the hairless look on themselves.
Oh, with waxing?
So one of them I didn't date long enough to find out, but one was shaved like all the time.
Okay,
like,
wow.
all of it.
Okay.
And it was like kind of weird how obsessed he was with like this hairlessness, because he thought it was cleaner. But like,
right.
Is it though? I feel like the hair is there to keep you clean underneath it. It like protects you.
That's right. Well, that's a whole part of this, which is vaginal health and just like, which I'm obsessed with. And I'm a victim of it because I'm
obsessed with vaginal health.
I'm obsessed with vaginal. Well, because you also, if you're a woman, you not all women, hashtag, but a lot of us have issues and like a lot can go wrong. Again, oh my God, perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
We were just welcome party.
We like been joking the whole time, being like, he's never gonna want to join. All we've been talking about is vaginas
vaginal
and
health.
Like thongs and underwear.
Fantastic.
Well, first of all, everybody has to welcome Quasim, and look at his amazing T-shirt. Is this your first time wearing it?
I'm debuting it on your live, Liz.
Oh my God! What does it say? Billionaires,
the only minority in this country destroying America.
Ooh,
I mean,
that's
damn
good.
Right.
Good.
That's a really good sign idea for anyone who is looking for a good sign for tomorrow, for No King's Day. Yeah. Are you wearing it tomorrow? So can people buy the shirt on your Substack? Yeah. Like, how do they find it?
I'll post it on my Substack. I'll post it in the chat here as well. And folks, if they want to pick it up, they can buy it. It's actually my wife's store. It's her idea and everything. She designed the whole thing. So I'm like, yeah, I'll wear it, of course.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah. I love that. So are you going to the protest tomorrow? How are you feeling going into it? So do you have any cool sign ideas?
Yeah. So I'm going to be working with with Don Lemon, with Joanne Reed, Jim Acosta. I'll be reporting in Chicago. It's a war zone here, apparently, from what I'm told by the president. And so I'll be out here reporting and showing how folks are exercising the First Amendment rights. I don't think people realize how Chicagoans are pushing back, how effectively we're pushing back against this Trumpian fascism. It's pissing him off, and there's nothing he can do about it, and we're going to continue to show up. So it's really exciting. So I'm excited to be out there. So if you're in Chicago, look for me. I'll be wearing this and probably a blue Humanity First hat as well, just to be easier to pick out a crowd.
That's amazing. I've been seeing that it's expected to be like the largest protest so far. Are you hearing that from people on the ground too?
Definitely this year. I think the 2 largest ever were the George Floyd Black Lives Matter marches, and there's another one. I think the women's march is pretty large as well. This should exceed women's march. I mean, George Floyd is like more than 20 million, so I don't know if we're gonna get 20 million, but it'd be cool if we did.
Wow.
But I am expecting record-breaking numbers for this year for sure. And look, there's a lot of fear people have because you got these ICE fascists running around, kidnapping people, and that's where I lean in and I say, if you're a citizen, show up. If you're, we need. You've heard me say this before, Liz. We need messengers, not martyrs. So I don't want people getting arrested. I don't want immigrants or people who are undocumented getting caught up by these fascists. But if you are a citizen, this is the time to flex your citizenship and show up and stand in solidarity. Because if you're afraid now, I guarantee you it's not gonna get any less scarier tomorrow or next week. This is the time to step up.
I love that. And isn't it fun? Can we talk about how fun it is? If you've never been to No King's Day, this is the third one or the second one? I don't know.
It's the third one.
It's the third one, right?
This year, yeah.
So it's so much fun. It's such a fun Saturday vibe. Whatever city you're in, whether it's big or small, truly, like I was reminiscing of, after every No King's Day, I feel like there's those like really sweet, like lone person in their hometown, right? They're just like protesting. And like, whether it's you alone or whether it's you with millions of people, it's such a, like, and especially if you've been feeling powerless, if you've been doom scrolling, if you feel like there's no hope, go to King's Day. Go to a protest.
Also, if you're single, this is a great place to meet people.
That is right.
Go to the protest.
Go to the protest. Put on a cute outfit. Get a funny sign.
Get a great sign.
And it's great to just be in community with people.
Are you guys seeing the amazing protests out of Portland where people are dressing up in like inflatable sharks and frogs?
I'm obsessed.
It's fantastic. I think it's one of the greatest ways to push back against fascists, because fascists and bullies can't stand mockery, and they deserve nothing more or nothing less than mockery. So the more you can just mock them and find a partner and find find someone to date while you're doing it, that's great. That strengthens relationships. I can tell you, it strengthens relationships when you mock fascism together.
It's so true. It's so true. Humor is such an important part of it. I feel like you've been like pissing people off lately. I feel like you've been pissing off the fascists. Can you teach us your ways?
I'm trying. I think the number one thing, and it's actually started not even from online advocacy. It started from, I realized that when people have road rage, the worst thing you can do is flick them off again. The best thing you can do is give them a thumbs up and a smile. Nothing angers them more than giving up a thumbs up and a smile. And so for me, when fascists are coming after me online and I refuse to get angry, it just makes them lose their mind. It's the funniest thing in the world. So that's my secret sauce of just keeping my composure, smiling, and letting them realize that they're the child in the room and I'm the adult.
Yeah. Go ahead, Lolly.
Yeah, they hate to be humiliated. Like the men on my show that are clearly fascists are always very angry that I'm like friendly and like bubbly and goofy, and I'm like, it's all a fun joke, and they don't like that. They don't.
Yeah. Because you're
humiliating.
And you're not fitting into the stereotype, right? Of the angry feminist or the, sort of like down in the dumps progressive that's like angry about everything and can't take a joke. You're actually creating a sort of, you're giving them a reason to sort of bring down their walls, right? And to challenge their assumptions about who we are. And speaking of smiling through the moment, did you watch the Zoran debate last night, the mayoral debate in New York?
I was stuck on a plane, but I did watch, and I was actually speaking at Union Seminary for the first part of it.
That's
I was stuck on a plane the second part, but the clips I saw were fantastic. It was amazing. And I mean, the running joke is that it's ironic that Cuomo hates socialism because he just got publicly owned. Like, it was so bad. How badly he got just dismantled on every front. And I had us on. He held his own. He did a good job.
Yeah, I just thought that was one of the things I watched the debate online, and I just was obviously there were a lot of funny moments. It was very New York, like who's the third guy? What's his last name?
Silva.
Yeah. He is sort of just gives like mobster lore vibes. Like at one point they asked a question about, if you can't take the subway, how are you getting around? Let's say you can't get where you're going on the subway. And, Zoran is like, I'd city bike. And Cuomo is like, I'll take an Uber. It was like so perfect. And then this one, the middle guy's like, well, as people know, I got shot in the back of a cab in 1971. So it was like, what? So it was entertaining. But one of the things that really struck me from watching it was that Zoran was just really smiling through all of it, even though he was being attacked for all of the things that we know he's being attacked for. I mean, Cuomo even, this is, he's done this before, but definitely went into it. In the debate where it's like, oh, well, you live in rent-controlled housing, which means like you're taking it away from someone who's, who's poor, which is like not how low, rent stabilized. Like rent stabilized apartments don't have an income, limit. So he's not doing anything illegal in any way. But anyway, I just was blown away by how positive he was. And again, exuding the kind of like, if I was to turn off the volume and sort of not listen to anything that these guys are saying, and I was just going to look at it, and sort of look at their body language, like, who do I want to have a beer with? Like, it's him, right? Because he's having a good time. So I think that's such an important part of this, too.
What I love about it is that he's grounded in his values, and he's just not afraid to lean into them.
Yeah.
Right? He's not afraid to just be like, hey, this is who I am authentically. I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm not going to take the bait on these nonsensical comments. And let me just tell you again, like there's a comment that he made on his Fox News interview that I think just encapsulates so beautifully. Well, there's two things I'll point out. One in the Fox News interview, one in the debate. In the Fox News interview, I think Martha McCallum tried to bait him by saying that Andrew Cuomo says that when he's mayor, he's going to be adding 5,000 more police officers to the police force. Now, the traditional Democrat would have been like, I'm tough on crime and I will keep you safe and I'll add 10,000 more police officers and even more guns and more tanks. And we will have, and like missing the whole point that one, public safety does not come from more cops. And two, you're running to be the Democratic nominee, not to be the Republican nominee. Like, what the hell are you trying to be more Republican than Republican, right? But his first line just ended the entire debate. He goes, I don't take leadership lessons from Andrew Cuomo. Like, perfect answer, right? Like, he could have said anything. He could have given a recipe to cookies after that, and he would have won the answer. But like, the whole point is like, stop trying to make Cuomo our leader. I'm the leader here. And then the second thing he did in the debate that I thought was fantastic is he called out Cuomo for saying the first time you stepped in a mosque after 10 years of governor and these leadership roles, the first time you stepped in a mosque in New York, where there's a huge Muslim population, was after you lost to a Muslim candidate. In doing so, he just captured so perfectly what's wrong with centrist Democrats. They're reactionary. They get offended easily. They don't really have any vision. They're trying to be like the kid who dresses a certain way to think that you'll like him as a result of it. And then if you say, hey, here's how you can do something better, they get upset, go to their consultants and ask them what to do. Like, we've learned, these folks have learned nothing since 2016 at all.
Oh my God.
That's why they keep losing. And I think what scares them about Zoran Mamdani is that he says, the hell with their stupid consultants. This is what I know based on my lived experience, and I want to lean into it. And I think people appreciate that about him.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it's just, at this point, things have changed so much since 2016. And I think the people who feel like the future are the people who know that, right? Like, that we're living in an attention economy. And it's a totally different ballgame. And Cuomo just looks and feels and talks like a politician. And Zoran talks like a normal person, right? Like just a regular guy. And I think that's just like such a powerful part of this. I also love the point in the debate that showed exactly what you're talking about. They honestly, the moderator, there are some really good questions, I will say. One of the questions was, what do you think is the biggest complaint for New Yorkers? And, I think they asked for the two top ones, but Andrew Cuomo says homelessness. The mob guy, I can't even remember. Like, I'm sorry. He's just not that memorable. And then Zoran says noise, which I think, again, to maybe an Andrew Cuomo or to to most people who are of a certain, income level who can afford to live in certain parts of New York that are, and have those, windows that break out, that, isolate the sound, like that wouldn't have been a thing. But he was right. Noise complaints is a top issue for so many New Yorkers. And I just thought that was like that. Like you live there, you know what it's like, and you care about the things that I care about, which is, how Trump got elected by some, fucked up miracle, because he's not normal, or he's not just
well said.
I think living like everyone else.
I remember this, and Holly, I don't know if you remember this as well, but there was this trend after, I want to say, after Bernie proposed like a wealth tax or something like that. It was somebody, I can't remember who it was, but they proposed a wealth tax for people who make more than like 10 million a year. You're going to pay this much more in tax. And they were freaking out that, you're going to tax working people. And like, what working person is making 10 million a year? Like, that's 1%. And then all the memes were examples of what only low income or working people know. Like one of the tweets that I was dying laughing at was, if you can open your door while using your bathroom, then this tax is not going to affect you. Like, so true.
If your knees don't touch your bathtub when you're sitting on the toilet.
Exactly right.
Which was my apartment in New York.
Yeah, like a bubble, like the popcorn ceiling. Like if your ceiling looks like this tax is not going to.
Yeah, that is so funny. That is so funny. I love that. I just hope it, what's your prediction, the both of you? What do you think is going to happen in New York? Is he going to get it? Is he going to win it?
Holly, what are you thinking?
What am I thinking?
Do you think he's going to win New York? You think he's going to get this?
Let me consult the overlords. Yeah, I think he's going to win.
I think
he has to.
I think he's going to win it.
Yeah, I think so too. And I actually hope, I think you're exactly right, Holly. And I actually hope that Schumer and Jeffries and Gillibrand and Booker, that they don't endorse him now. Like, stay away. Like,
interesting.
He's done all this on his own, not even in spite of you, but like in spite of your opposition to him, and he's still killing it, and his lead is still growing. Don't be the guy who walks in last minute and be like, yeah, we won, right? Like, don't be the group project guy who shows up on the day of the presentation that didn't do a damn thing the whole semester and tries to get the A. Like, don't be that guy. And so I think that's what they're gonna try to do, and I just hope that they stay away now and just prove to everyone how truly irrelevant these folks are and how they've made themselves to be irrelevant. And I'm really hopeful that we get more candidates like Zoran running on these authentic values. That's kind of my vision here.
I mean, it's the authenticity thing that's like the big word of the current times. Is everyone's like, authenticity. That's what we want. And even though it's so overhyped, like, it's true. When we see authenticity, we do want that.
Yeah,
generally.
And it's so great to see someone on the left do it right when the when the right has just been ahead of us since. I mean, Obama, in the Obama days, obviously, there was a real just an amazing use of digital, media. But I think it made us cocky, and like since then we've been, I mean, not everybody, but yeah, I think part of what you're seeing actually. Even if they never come around to endorsing him, which is really interesting, to support them not endorsing him. But I think that Hakeem Jeffries, I think that Chuck Schumer, they're watching Zoran videos, or their teams are, because you can tell that they have invested in mini mics. Okay. Yeah. They're doing videos. They're doing stand-ups. Okay. They're doing, they have ring lights. I can tell that there's been some shifts there. And I welcome it. I think it's like, even if I don't agree with them on a lot of things, I think that we do need to get better. And Zoran is just, just killing it in that department.
But they're so bad at it. Like, there's a picture of Schumer at a 4th of July, like, barbecue with, like, cheese on a cold burger. And I'm like, what are you, like, he's trying to show that he's grilling, but it's like an uncooked burger with cheese on it. I'm like, come on, dude. How has nobody on your team ever grilled a burger before? Like,
no. I know. Another question that I loved in debate was they literally were like, how much do you spend on groceries every week? Which I thought was really
good question. How much is milk?
Yes. Yeah. How much is a banana?
Yeah. How much is a potato?
$11. Yeah. Well, this has been So fun. We're already going off time below above. Oh my God, I can't talk anymore. It's brain rot Friday.
It's Friday.
It's Friday, guys, and we can feel
tequila.
it. Yes. No, it's like I'm not even. It's hardly any alcohol in this.
I've got Celsius. I'm liking my Celsius.
You're drinking a Celsius this late in the day?
You know what's funny?
Wild.
I swear to God. And Holly, we've never met before, so it's great to connect with you.
Nice to meet you.
Let's keep working together for sure. But I have this weird ability to decide if caffeine is gonna affect me or not. Like it's weird. Like I was feeling low because I've been up since like 4 a.m. and running around, and I was feeling a little bit tired. So I'm like, let me just have a Celsius. But if you were to say, you know what, you're done for the day, you can go to bed, I could fall asleep in 20 minutes, no problem at all.
Have you always been that way?
I don't know if I've always been that way, but definitely in my adult life, I've been able to fall asleep whenever I wanted. It's fantastic.
I'm so jealous. I feel like that's a man thing.
It is such a man thing.
It's a man thing.
Men are so good at falling asleep. Every man is always just like, if
right away.
And I'm just staring at them like, how?
Yeah, I'm pissed.
I can fall asleep right away. I can stay asleep if I want to, and I can wake up at the drop of a dime when I want to.
You can wake up when you want?
Yeah.
It's a man thing. It's a man thing.
It's like Bill Burr has a skit about this too. He's like, you know, it's always men who have to go and check like with a bump in the night. And it's like we have to develop the ability to do it, right?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's interesting.
Boy brain needs to be studied. Men's ability to fall asleep right away needs to be studied. And if anyone wants to do it, I support it. Thank you so much. We know that you've been running around all day and we really appreciate it. We can't wait to check out your reporting tomorrow at No King's Day. If anyone is watching this, go and not following Quasim, please go and correct that right away. His reporting is so amazing. His newsletter is so empowering. And he's pissing off a lot of people that are annoying. So you're going to want to be part of that. And Holly also has an incredible Substack where she talks about everything from dating to relationships to ketamine treatment to mental health issues.
And getting a Brazilian.
To getting a Brazilian, which I'm sorry, Quasim, you weren't here for that. We'll have to do a live just for that because I know you really wanted to participate in that part of the show. And so go follow Holly's work and everyone have a good No King's Day. Just however small or big or medium, even if you can drop in for a few minutes, it makes a difference and it'll make a difference inside. And I think that's actually the most important reason to go is to go so that you feel like you're making a difference because you are making a difference every single day. And tomorrow's just a way for you to really feel it and see it. And I think it's so important that we go and we show up and we just like bring good vibes and make it a fun time. And if you're single and you meet someone, let us know because we're gonna want to know those stories.
I will be there, boys. Ooh. Come and find me.
Okay.
Except not the haters, just
the
nice ones.
Yeah, just the nice ones. Thank you both. Thank you for everybody for joining us for this first like Friday hang, whatever. I don't know what to call this yet, but thank you for being here with us. And yeah, enjoy the weekend. Enjoy.
This is so fun.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Liz.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you guys. Take care. Bye.
Bye.